Chat, I just came back from a week-long trip in Texas, and I'll be honest, I missed some things. We started off with Eternal Cave Escape, but now it is time to play Jump King Map 4. As you can see, the time says 0 days, 0 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds, 374 milliseconds. Sorry, guys. I did play for 374 milliseconds before stream. I apologize. It's my bad. I just wanted to test the map out, see if it worked or not. I'm sorry. But don't worry. I didn't play too much. We're going to start now and see what's going on with this map. I've seen a little bit of it from the streams of the famous people. The Fallen Temple. Weird champ. He was made for this? I am made for this. I'm built for this, alright? I'm built for these types of games. Chat, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't played Jump King in a fucking long-ass time. It's been a hot minute.
Have you even touched the game ever since you completed Ghost of Babe?
Did I? It depends if I... Probably, yeah. I think I did God Gamer Gauntlet after Ghost of Babe. Maybe? Which would mean I did play it after Ghost of Babe, yes. Because I had to have speedrun map 1. Of Jump King. Chat, what happens if I do get in the Mario Party tournament? Let's talk about that. If I do get in the Mario Party tournament, I'm legitimately gonna grind and drink like 18 Red Bulls before the fucking my matches, because one, I'm like crazy good at Mario Party 4. I'm pretty fucking okay at Mario Party 5. There's some bullshit in Mario Party 5. Mario Party 6? Haven't touched. But if it's like, all right, let's see. If it's like community tournament, which it probably isn't gonna be, and it's just big streamers, 100% I fucking roll them, right? Unless it's like smashers, like fucking, I 100% roll. Like maybe I lose to like who? Fucking Stans? No shot. Fucking Atriog? No shot. But if it's like viewers and I'm going up against like actual like sweaty nerds like myself, then we might come into some trouble. Imagine it's like fucking grand finals. It's like me, Myth, like Atriarch, and fucking like Pokimane. Wouldn't that be like ridiculous? If Mango, imagine it's like me, Mango, Clint Stevens, and fucking like Simply in the finals, dude. How insane would that? I would be so fucking gassed to play against them. All right, so we caught up to XQC. Let's go. Good luck beating this map. Hey, I'm at 11% in 11 minutes. So as long as we get average 1% per minute, we'll beat this map in 100 minutes. Some Brazilian guy hacked my Facebook account, and then I tried to recover it, and it said you're entering too many codes when the first time I tried entering a code. So I guess my Facebook account's gone. The only people that follow me on Facebook are my families, and I never post on it ever or touch it, which is probably why it got hacked, because I never log into it. Basically a dormant account. So I tried to get it back, and so I could sign in and delete it. They said I had too many codes. All the emails Facebook was sending me to try to recover my password were in Chinese for some reason. They made me... Facebook fucking was like, oh, since your email not working and your fucking shit's not working, send us a picture of your ID. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is some bullshit. So I guess it's gone. If they start posting some fucking like hate speech on my Facebook account under my name, I guess they earned it. Who uses that shit anyways? Exactly. But the problem is my Oculus is signed in under my Facebook account, because you need a Facebook account to run Oculus, because Oculus is owned by Facebook. Because Oculus is a fucking piece of shit that couldn't fucking survive on their own, so they hired Facebook to fucking do their thing. The worst company you could hire to do anything for you. So now I don't know if I can play Oculus, or I'm gonna have to fucking make another Facebook account to fucking play Oculus. Like, if I put on my VR right now, it'll probably be like, yo, sign back into Facebook. Seems like your password's changed. And I'll be like, well, can't sign back into my fucking Facebook. Cereal and bagels are good. Only when they're from the bagel. Only when you go to the bagel store at like 8 a.m. and they're like fresh out of the fucking oven. All right, or however they fucking make bagels. That's the only time bagels are acceptable. And the deli butter, cold, not melted, not toasted, is just goated. That's a good breakfast. That's a solid breakfast. The right bit. Well, I guess you're not from New York, so you don't know. But a good fresh New York bagel is insane. But yeah, like bacon, egg, and cheese in New York, fucking fire. Breakfast wraps, like fucking potatoes, bacon, eggs, fucking hot sauce. That shit's goated. That's what I had this morning. Pancakes and waffles are acceptable. Depends how they're made and the timing of them. I'll give them a pass. They're pretty good. Belgian waffles, pretty fucking good. A little powdered sugar on that bitch. Is this your first time ever on this map? Yeah, but I've beaten map 1, 2, and 3 on like the base game. I beat Ghost of the Babe, so I'm proficient in my Jump King skills. I've done everything there is to do, besides the fucking items shit or whatever. Miskit beat it after 50 something hours. Yeah, that's a lot. So far though, the map's not really that hard. I'm just bad. That's basically what we're seeing here. I'm missing easy jumps, essentially. I haven't really seen anything too challenging yet. I can't focus. I can't focus. I have no fucking brain power for this right now. There's gonna be a multiple days stream thing. We're gonna have to implement a rule where even if I want to fucking stream something else, there's a rule where we have to play Jump King for an hour. I did this with Ghost of the Babe, because I fucking hated playing Jump King, and I was like, listen, I gotta beat this map, otherwise fucking some people in my Discord and shit will not shut the fuck up about it. So I'm gonna make a rule where I have to play it for an hour every day. And then eventually I got high enough in the map where I was like, fuck it, we're beating it tonight. And I spent like fucking 7 hours playing it until I finally beat it. Like some days I'll just play for an hour and I'll be like, fuck this shit. And I'll get off right away and go play something else. And some days it'll be like, I spend like 6 hours playing it and making good progress. It just depends on my attention span for the day. I'm gonna try to play as much as possible today, because today is the first day we're playing it, obviously. But legit, if someone fucking comes to me with an opportunity to play a different game, I'm taking it. Lord, oh Lord, do I not like Jump King? It's not like I don't like it. I love the game. I appreciate it. The art style is beautiful. The game is fucking simple and clean. It's just that it's so fucking annoying. Legitimately just annoying. My own incompetence upsets me. And it happens a lot in this game, alright? I am incompetent a lot in this game. And that's upsetting to me. I went to work today, chat. I'm supposed to have this guy who's really bad at golf. Comes on Fridays after basically after everyone's done golfing, like all the normal people. He comes golfing after them because he knows he's gonna be slow. Like he knows he's gonna slow up the golf course. So he gets there at like 2:30 and then ends up golfing at like 3 o'clock, right? Why is this song so fucking loud? He ends up golfing at like 3 o'clock usually, 3:30. And I get there at like 1:32-ish. And I wait around, help out my boss for a while until he shows up. And then I go and caddy for him, right? And while it is a miserable endeavor, he does pay pretty well. So it's like, you know, whatever. And it's a low stress loop because he doesn't expect you to fucking be a top tier caddy, right? He just wants you to help out his guests. You know, he's being a host, right, to his guests. That he brings different guests every time. He's a church man, so he brings different church folk all the time. They come have a nice game of golf, you know, have a nice round. I woke up on like 5 hours of sleep at like 12 because I went to bed late last night for no reason. Oh, well, I guess I was playing comp Valorant with Armo, so I guess that's a good enough reason. And so I get like 5 hours of sleep, I wake up, I'm all disoriented. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna brush my teeth, I'm gonna get dressed, and I'm gonna go down to the deli and get a nice sandwich to get me energized for the day, the work day to come, and then I'm gonna leave for work. So I do that, I get dressed, and I go out to my car, and I'm pressing the little button, the little fob, the little thing to unlock. Nothing. Pulling on the door, not unlocked. I'm like hitting the buttons. I'm trying to relock it or like hit the lock button to make a sound. Nothing. Car's doing nothing. I'm like, maybe the battery in the button, like the key button's dead. So I'm like, okay. So I put the key in the door and twist because my car's old enough where it still has one of those. And I get in my car and I sit down. And I'm like, all right, there we go. That works. And I'm like, well, you don't need the buttons to start the car. So I plug it into my car and I twist. Nothing. Not a single crackle of the engine. Just complete dead. No response. I'm like, why is my car not starting? After my first thought was, all right, I'm gonna pop the hood. Maybe someone like robbed my engine while I was... like in the last 2 days. So I popped the hood. No, everything's still in place. I'm like, I guess the battery must be dead. But then I'm thinking, like, what did I do to kill the battery? And at this point, it's like a half an hour before at work. I was gonna go to the deli. I can't go to the deli now. I'm not gonna have time. It takes like 15 minutes to get to work. So I couldn't think of why the fuck my car was dead. I went to the last time I drove it. I had a hockey game. I went to that, which was nighttime, so it would make sense. The reason it was dead, by the way, was because the light above the driver's side thing was on the whole time, so that killed the battery. But I drove the car at night to go to that hockey game, which would make sense if I turned the light on to look for something. But I don't remember hitting the button at all. Plus the fact that that next morning I drove the car again to go get breakfast, and that time it was light out. So why the hell would I hit the button again? Like, why the hell would I hit the button to turn the light on in the morning time? And that was the last time I drove my car. So at some point I turned the light on and didn't notice and didn't turn it off, which is insane to me that it was on the whole time. It was either on, either I turned it on at night, went to sleep, woke up, and didn't realize it was on when I drove to breakfast and back, which was like a 30-minute drive, by the way. I drove to like the Sweat Deli. That was like really good. And then just went through that whole drive without realizing, and the battery didn't die overnight somehow. Or like I accidentally hit it somehow in the morning. Anyways, back to the point of the story. I call my dad. I'm like, Dad, my car's dead. What the fuck happened? And he's like, I don't fucking know. I'm like, well, I gotta go to work, so what do I do? And he's like, either try to jump your car in the garage with the battery. There's like a battery thing that you can hook up to my car, or call your mom and just have her, because she was out at the store or something. So I was like, or call her and take her car to work, and I'll give her my car when I get home to go back to the store. I call my mom. She's at the store. I'm like, Ma, my car's dead. I need to go to work. I'm supposed to be there in like 25 minutes. At this point, it's like I have to be at work at 1:30. It's like 1:05. I'm calling, panicking, because I was gonna leave my house at 1 to go to get breakfast, but I couldn't get breakfast anymore. So she goes, all right, I'm coming back from the store, which was like down the road, and she's like, I'm like, okay, sweet. So at that point, I'm just like, fuck it. I'm not even gonna try to jump my car. I don't feel like it. And also, I still needed to eat, because mind you, I didn't eat anything this morning. So I go inside, I look at the fridge, and there's like some old pasta in the like leftover pasta from like a couple nights ago. I don't know. It was kind of nasty, but I ate it because I needed energy if I was gonna caddy, run around the golf course and stuff. So I eat like about like 75% of plate full, and my mom comes home and she like parks like right next to my car, like literally right next to it, and I'm like, and she's like honks the horn to have me come outside, and I wave her inside, and she's like, what, aren't you gonna jump it? And I'm like no, I gotta go now, like give me your car. And she's like all annoyed because she was gonna she had more stuff to do, like errands to run, but I'm like, I gotta go. So I took her car and I went to work. So and then I pull up to work in a minivan. Thank God it was like late in the day and no one was in the parking lot to see me pull up in a minivan or leave in a minivan for that matter. Which is like not a big deal, but I would have gotten chirped for it for sure. So yeah, I go down, as normal, go to my boss. I'm chilling for like, usually my boss tells me to get there like an hour before if I have like a scheduled like loop is what they call it. So I get there at 1:30. He's like, all right, they're coming at 2:30. So I'm like, all right. So I'm just hanging around, talking to some of the guys that are lingering around because it's like late in the day, like usually people golf in the morning. So all the caddies are there in the morning, not in the afternoon. Helping my boss do whatever, and it hits 2:30 and I'm like, all right, they should be coming down soon. They probably like just got here, probably like upstairs eating lunch or something before golfing. So that's usually what they do. And then they come down, and I'm sitting there and like there's more and more like golfers coming down that's not the guy I have. And I'm like, huh, like these are all like the late day afternoon guys, and still no sign of my guy. And I look at my boss and he looks at me and he's like, I don't fucking know. I don't know where he is. So I'm like, all right. I'm like praying. First of all, I'm like, on one hand, I'm like, yes, let's go. Easy $200 day. And then on the other hand, I'm like, please God, don't show up. I want to go home right now. So it was like, it wasn't even like if he didn't show up, I would be happy. And it wasn't like if he came, I'd be happy. Like either way, I was going to be unhappy because I was either losing money or losing sanity by working today. So yeah, my boss was like, all right, I'm going to call him. My boss was like doing something, so he finally like finishes what he was doing. He's like, all right, I'm gonna call him and see what's up. So he calls him. He's like, hey, what's up? Are you still coming down to golf? And he's like, no, I sent an email saying that I was canceling for today. And my boss is like, an email? Like, you're supposed to talk to, because my boss is like the guy that like runs the scheduling of when people golf, right? So he's like, an email, like, and which means to like the pro shop. The pros don't handle that shit. So my boss is like, all right, whatever. Next time, just call, like, text me and tell me if you're canceling. And the guy's like, oh, all right, sorry. And my boss is like, well, he's not coming. And I'm like, all right, well, that sucks. And he's like, come back tomorrow and I'll get you out really early, because my boss is really fair. So tomorrow I'll get out right away, which is good. But yeah, and then I go home. So I went through all this trouble of calling my mom home from the store, fucking getting her car, and eating just some dog shit lunch for no reason. And I walked away with no money today. And I wasted my whole day, so I couldn't edit a video or nothing. And the worst part is, I gotta go back tomorrow. Yeah, but I just hate work. I don't hate my job. It's very good a lot of the time. Getting back, like the worst part is just like falling out and getting back into the rhythm of things of the job, you know? Like I went on fucking vacation. I've been making some fun content. I've been doing what I want to do, which is editing and streaming and stuff. And then like going back to work is just such a momentum killer for me. It's just like mentally, I just get so fucking like just like stressed and drained from the idea and just the actual work that when I'm home, I just want to relax, and I do less content, less editing. I'm less motivated to do stream and stuff like that. It just sucks.